are we? Daniel, how's it looking over there?
Um, System check, agree and continue,
Mm.
installation, express. Anyway, thank you for the ad for COD Modern Warfare 3, which came out recently. Um,
Yeah, $70 DLC.
I all the only thing I know about it is I watched the Donkey video on it. And every time you get a kill, you get like 3 pop-ups that's just like bloodthirsty, one shot, one kill, point blank, or like long range shot, and it's just like, oh, they just give you every award in the world for getting a single kill. Cool. I have no input on COD. I only played one, and it was at a friend's house whenever I went over to his house, and we would just play against each other. I have no... I just think it's dumb that it's a game that's released every year, because the devs shouldn't have to go through that. But
Apparently, they had a 16-month development cycle for Modern Warfare 3, which is
Really?
that is
not enough.
awful.
Yeah.
That is
Wait, a what? Say
way
that
too
again?
short. 16 months.
16 months.
That's it
That's it, yeah.
for Modern Warfare 3?
No wonder
Yeah.
it's just its $70 DLC. They didn't have time to make a game.
Yeah.
What?
No, Daniel Ferrer told me it was like terrible. That would
Oh,
explain a lot.
Yeah, I wonder.
Dude,
I
like,
wonder
from
why.
what I've seen, like, I haven't played it, but I've seen, like, 5 different people play it from, like different groups across YouTube, and it
Mhm.
just looks so bad.
I have no horse in that race. To me, it's just like, yep, that's a new game, technically.
Yeah, same. I don't have anything in that.
It's a new game
It's fair.
technically, and that is my opinion.
Okay, so the real question is, did Daniel start recording yet?
I mean, yes, technically, but who knows if it counts, because I don't know. Listen, man, I'm trying to install things. I just got home from 2 flights yesterday. We've been trying to
so what-
record for a literal week at this point, and we just haven't.
Listen,
because
we've run into some problems, but
it's
at least
fine.
we
They're
got
all
some,
solved
you know?
now. And they're all solved.
Gosh.
Everything's perfect in the world. Thanksgiving is this
Yeah?
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is this week.
I was
So
gonna say everything's perfect.
yeah, well, we can gloss over that. It's not true. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Okay, just making sure.
I'm fully aware that everything is not perfect in the world. After all, if everything was perfect in the world, then everyone would be able to enjoy some nice cookie brownies whenever they wanted to. That would be perfection. And that's where I was going with it.
True.
Yeah. So we don't have anything planned for this. We just knew. We've been trying to record for a week. We have not had anything planned.
No,
Yeah.
but that's okay because Daniel has something to tell us surely about his trip
Sure.
or his time away. I don't know. Me and Will
mean-
don't do anything.
I don't do anything.
No, I definitely don't either. Yeah,
I mean,
bored out of my mind.
so left for college in middle of August, like early to mid August, basically. I have not had a haircut since then, until today. So my hair was pretty long. It is now cut. I have experimented with growing facial hair out and stuff, and it's just like, well, it wants to, but it very much doesn't want to. It grows
What?
out. My facial hair grows out enough to be like visible and annoying, but not enough to grow into a full beard or anything. So that's the annoying thing.
I see.
So it's just been a lot of experimenting with that while in college.
Interesting.
The flights to college were a lot more stressful. Flying home by myself, the most stressful thing was going through security and not knowing whether or not my backpack and my suitcase that I was just trying to use as carry-on would both be carry-ons. Like, my backpack would count as a personal item, and the other one would be a carry-on. It worked out. Everything worked out. I did get a pat down, though, because for the security machines now, they, like, it's not just an x-ray or whatever it was. It wasn't an x-ray because those you need to have some protection for, I think. Now they have, like, some sort of... They're able to detect... how do I put this? They can tell when an area is wet or has more liquid on it. And for someone who sweats a lot, that becomes very annoying. Because it means I step into the machine, I put my hands up, the thing goes whoosh around me, I get called to step out, and then they're like, okay, we're just going to pat you down. And it's like, yep, I understand. You're just going to feel sweat. That's it. That's all you're going to feel. So I feel really bad for them. Because it's just like, okay, this person probably isn't suspicious. He's carrying a backpack and a suitcase. What is this liquid around his waist?
Some people just get nervous in general, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
It happened, you know?
It added another 5 minutes, maybe. You know what? Everything's fine. I'm sure of it. Nothing bad could possibly be going wrong right now. So
Nothing
why
at
would
all.
I
Could
even
never.
be concerned? Yeah. There's nothing to be
Yeah,
worried
why
about.
would there be a reason to be concerned?
Clueless. Oh yeah, basically just most concerning thing was just trying to get to the airport. Once I got to the airport, everything was fine. I just was like trying to get a ride for a while. At the airport itself, I was just waiting for a while, and because I eat my first meal later than normal a lot of the time, I wasn't able to pick up any food before leaving, and I just wasn't super hungry while at the airport. And then because of the time window between the time between the connecting flight, I ate my first meal yesterday, and I want to say...
Your first meal? What do you mean your first meal?
My first and only meal yesterday
bro.
was at like 9:30 or
Oh,
10.
what do you mean your first meal?
I ate my first and only meal yesterday at 9:30 p.m. Pacific, coming over from Central Time. And it was 2 double-doubles. So
Wow.
it was a good first meal back, honestly.
I would say so myself.
Yeah. And then it's been really nice eating food at home again. Not to knock my college food out. It's not that bad. But like home food is just so much better, man. Especially here, because there's so much food available around here. Because we live in a hub of so many different food types. Where I was, there was not that many food types.
Well, I mean, where were you again?
I really wanted to say Podunk, Idaho. That's not the case. I'm in, Central Time, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, that area. I know which state I'm in, I'm just not being specific. Or which state I was in. I don't know, there really wasn't that much to talk about. The flights basically all went according to plan. It was just 30 minutes of delay for each flight, which led to a total of an hour of delays.
I mean, it is a very common time to be flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot worse if I had flown out on Wednesday, though. So I'm glad that I'm here a lot sooner.
Or if you had flown out from like Chicago and to like LAX.
Yeah, I don't want to think about a flight from Chicago to LAX, because first off, that's
I mean, it's a common flight, so it would have probably been cheaper, but...
Yeah, my first thought is like, okay, first off, it would either have to be a flight from where I am to Chicago and then to LAX, or would honestly probably be easier than driving to Chicago and then flying from Chicago to LAX. Like, getting from a flight from where I was to Chicago and then from... What's the Chicago airport? It's like O'Hare, right? Is
Yes,
that right?
O'Hare.
Yeah.
That's the main Chicago airport.
Yeah, so from where I was to O'Hare and then from O'Hare to LAX would probably be easier than driving from where I was to any Chicago airport and then flying from there to LAX. It would be easier to do a connected flight like that, but I'm pretty sure most connecting... First off, that would require me going to LAX, which would mean going to LAX, and it would mean that I'd have to get picked up from LAX, which I doubt my parents would want to do. Or it would mean that leaving here, I'd have to leave from LAX, which is also a no-no.
Wait, so
Anyway.
question. Wait, so why didn't you couldn't find a direct flight at all?
No. For the record, the airport that I was flying out of, despite technically being an international airport, I'm not gonna take that away from them. They do have international flights. They have 5 gates.
I see. So you don't have many options, is what I'm hearing.
Yup. So, yeah, it's a tiny little airport. It was pretty easy to get in. Like, I left my dorm 2 hours before the flight was supposed to leave. Got there 90 minutes before my flight was supposed to leave. Got through security in 5 minutes.
Hey.
It was like,
No, it was literally it was literally walk to security, walk through the line, show my ID, put my things, get my bags through security, and that's it. I was done. It was that fast. So I didn't have to wait in line for security at all. It was just, oh, I'm here? Okay, I'm through. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, so overall, wait, did you have to did you have to sit next to like weird people, or was it okay?
No, no. I mean, I sat next to a guy on my first flight from where I was to Dallas, Fort Worth, and then from Dallas, Fort Worth to here. The flight from Dallas, Fort Worth to here was a larger flight. Both times I got a window seat, so I was only next to one person. Window seats are awesome because if you're me, who doesn't have to use the bathroom often, not having to get up for people is great. So,
honestly, like, I was always an aisle person because there's more leg room. You know, you can stick one leg in the aisle.
That's fair. I guess I've gotten used to having my legs cramped for space because of the usually like once, twice a year, my family will drive up from where we are to Northern California, to our grandparents' house, and that's like a 5-6 hour drive. It's a similar drive to what you've been on, just a little bit shorter, Will, I think.
Yeah. It was 5-6. It's a little shorter.
Yeah. And that one's, I think
6,
I remember
7.
it being closer to 7, yeah.
Yeah.
But because of everything we're bringing with us, which is suitcase and backpacks and the food and the thing, I'm used to sitting in a very cramped space because I will almost always have the door to my right, my backpack in between my legs, a seat directly in front of me, and then food to my left. I just don't really care that much about legroom. I've gotten used to having not that much.
I see.
Oh yeah,
I
but
mean,
you asked me about
personally,
weird
I am
people. There were no
I'm
weird
a
people.
big enjoyer. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean that's usually a good thing. When we were coming back, I think from Yale, was it? I mean, there was like a crying like kid. I was about losing my mind.
There were 3
No,
babies
it was on the
the
way home
flight.
from Hawaii. It was on the way home from Hawaii.
Oh.
So that was not great. That great.
Yeah. The first flight, there were like 3 toddlers or babies or whatever. So when one of them went off, that usually set off
They
a
all
chain
go off.
reaction. Thankfully, I have headphones, and we are 90 minutes through the first flight, and my earbuds have broken for my phone. All of the podcasts I've downloaded no longer available to me. Well, shit. So
Wait, so
I
did you
kid
get new earbuds?
once I got home, I didn't buy any while I was there because I had to go directly from landing from one flight to going to the next one because we were boarding. It's not like I had to rush over there, but I didn't have time to get anything.
To shop.
Yeah. I didn't have time to get food. I didn't have time to pick up earbuds. It was just straight from one to the other. And the second flight
And then your
is the
flight
longer
got delayed.
one. The second one is the longer one. It got delayed as boarding had kind of started. So it's just like, well, oh well. So I think straight up for the first 2 hours of the flight, I just sat in my seat, just looked out the window and thought to myself.
Bro, you didn't sleep?
I mean, I kind of tried to, but I can't usually sleep unless I'm in a bed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tough, bro.
It is.
I mean, I guess there's upsides to it, but like for me, if I could only sleep in a bed, I can't imagine how I would like survive.
Again, that's a usually. I think I was so tired when I had done those flights with my dad in like May or whatever, or April, March, sometime earlier this year. I was so tired that I did actually sleep on the plane, but I usually can't. So again, for the first 2 hours, it was just me thinking to myself, and then eventually I was like, wait, I have my Switch with me. So then I played the Suika game for an hour.
Oh. Dang it.
It's a really good game to play on a flight, because it consumes no battery charge, and it's mindless, but very fun. Do you know what game I'm referring to?
Vaguely, not really. I definitely have not played it.
Will, do you know what game I'm referring to?
Not really.
Okay. You can just look up Suika game, or maybe I can just... I'll type it in chat so you guys know what it is.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. It's also known as the Watermelon
Watermelon
game. Yep. It is basically 2048, but with fruits, and it's played more like Tetris. So it's
Dude,
Ooh,
I'm not
Candy
gonna
Crush.
lie. I think I
Yeah.
would lose my mind like after so long of playing that.
It's a good game. Genuinely. It is. It's 2048, as in you have to combine things, and it's Tetris, as in things fall down, and there are physics. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday it was absolutely mind-numbing just going through flights and stuff, because nothing's happening. But when I think about what happened yesterday, because nothing happened, my brain doesn't remember anything of it. So it, time went fast yesterday, basically, because I did nothing yesterday.
Exactly, dude. Flying days, especially when you fly out of the country, or like, have you been out of the country or like flown like across an ocean?
Have I flown across
Either of
an
us?
ocean?
Like to Europe or like Asia? Or something?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's like so weird. Like the feeling when you get on a plane at like one time, and then you get off, and it's like a completely different day and time. It's like, what in the world? It's like, did I just spend like that much of my life like that?
I have only been, at least as far as I can remember, I have left the country. I've only been in the Americas.
I went to Spain.
Yeah, you.
So like as you said, it was like the
Spain
next
is
day or
cool.
whatever.
Yeah, and it's just like, what?
How is this real?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Uh, I've been to Canada twice, and I've been to Ecuador once.
Ecuador, interesting.
Yeah, because I went to the Galapagos.
Hmm.
Yeah. That was actually in between 5th grade and 6th grade. So,
Ooh.
in between transferring schools, I went to the Galapagos. That was... Both of those things are cool. I'm really glad that school turned out great, and that was just a fun trip. Because
Mm.
turns out visiting a lot of islands while on a boat, pretty fun.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's something I'm thankful for, and even though we have nothing really planned for today, we might as well do the fairly cheesy thing of, what are we thankful for? Because Thanksgiving.
Mm. This is our Thanksgiving. I guess this is our Thanksgiving a
Thanksgiving
podcast.
special.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make
the
sure that it
Thanksgiving
goes out on a
special.
Thursday instead of a Friday this week.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
it would, yes, which is why I'm going to do it.
Nice.
Yeah, wild how that one works.
Insane, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's cool that we've been doing the podcast for over a year at this
I
point,
know.
and we
It
don't.
is, I think it is. That is pretty dang cool.
Yeah,
I'd say so myself.
I mean, I'd like to think we've gotten better at it over time.
Yeah, I think we have.
Not perfect at it, obviously, but
We ain't perfect as a quite
Perfection is not real.
All right, next up, Joe Rogan. Here we come.
Joe
What?
Rogan. The
We will
Draymond
beat
Green
him
show.
on Spotify. That's
No, the
Joe Rogan
Draymond
show.
Green podcast.
the what?
We should name ourselves
The
Draymond
Draymond
Podcast.
Green podcast.
Oh wait, did you
Dude,
guys?
all this guy's highlights are like MMA highlights. It's so funny.
Okay, I need to mention this. Did you guys see that Dream, the Minecraft YouTuber, has gotten into a fight with former Gumball voice actor Junkie Janker?
What?
What?
This cannot be real.
Yeah, he, I want to say maybe yesterday, maybe the night before, tweeted out, voice actor for Gumball and a whole bunch of other things, Junkie Janker, using slurs at me or whatever, and it's a video of... I don't know how much context I want to give to this because I don't know how much it matters, but basically, Junkie Janker is an 18-year-old voice actor, so he's been doing business stuff for a while, but he has only recently turned into a legal adult. The video was taken of them. They were drunk, and Junkie Janker is bipolar. What the are you doing there, Dream? Why? Why do you have... Why are you drunk with him? What is happening?
Me when Gumball voice actor is drunk with me. My name is Minecraft Dream.
And now I get into a fight with him.
We do not have the Among Us sound on the soundboard.
No, we do not. We do not have...
That would...
We do not have nearly enough, but, you know, when I heard this, I just kind of went...
Dude, that was actually perfect. That was actually perfect because I slammed the ball backboard.
I'm glad it worked out for you in game. I mostly just remember Junkie Janker from a lot of
SMP Live.
yeah. That's what I remember a lot of him from. So seeing him reappear again, it's like, oh, that's cool. Oh, the circumstances are not cool, but apparently he made Dream made a tweet earlier today that just looked so much like any Persona 5 villain because let me just tell you.
Persona 5.
Yeah, let me just tell you how it works. Persona 5 villain.
Okay.
Adult, bad. They do bad thing, they are a bad person. You go into dream worlds, not actual dream worlds, but you go into their psyche, basically. You kill the bad guy, but you never actually kill the bad guy. You defeat the bad guy in a battle in his psyche, and then after you defeat them, they repent publicly and turn themselves in. That's how it works. You defeat the bad guy in the psyche, they basically lock themselves in for a while, and then they repent publicly, and they resign, and all that stuff.
They
So,
resign.
I mean, yes, in some cases, like the first one, it's a PE teacher. This PE teacher is a bad guy. He has a really big head from when he was an Olympic athlete. Now he's in a high school. He goes on a bit of a power trip. Sexually abuses students, which is fucking horrifying. By far, like, the villain that you actually have the most personal connection with, and just straight up does the most heinous things. And then you beat him, and then he, days go by with him just at his house or whatever. He comes back, makes an announcement to the school saying, I did these bad things. I resign as a teacher. That's how it works. Dream made a tweet earlier today that was, yeah, I know, I'm the ugly Minecraft YouTuber who is fat, who makes bad music, who can't control his rabid fandom, yada yada yada. And it's just like, oh, this guy is just straight up Persona 5 villain. He did bad thing, now he repenting. He also looks like one. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I need to find this. I need to find this.
That is wild.
That's a kind of an insane statement to be making.
I mean, look at this. I need you to see this.
I didn't want to talk about the dream stuff, but I still don't. But I
just click on
Wait,
on both of these links and just look at the resemblances.
That's so funny.
So good. I do not care about Dream at all because I just think he's funny to point to as like he had one really good idea, blew up, did not follow through at all. That is
Now he blowing up.
Yeah, he blew up and now he's blowing up and his channel's blowing up in his face. It's great. Just don't have one good idea, have multiple. Or if you have one good idea, use it. Don't give up on it. Come on, man.
Well, there's only so many manhunts you can make.
I actually enjoyed the manhunts a lot. They were very entertaining.
Yeah, nah, they were there.
It was
They're
also
pretty alright.
during COVID, so there wasn't much else available.
I don't know about that. Smitty was uploading a lot.
That's true.
I think the manhunts had like some actual like fun like unscripted some of that stuff definitely didn't seem like it was unscripted, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, I personally found the manhunts to be enjoyable as separating the art from the artist. The art was good. The artist, he's not, but it's fine. Oh god, how did we get on this subject? I don't
even remember.
I actually do not have any memory as to how we got here.
I've been hard carrying. I've been like locked in my game. I have my 2 people that I play with, but like they're not as good as me, so I've been dropping around 1,000 points each game, just like
damn.
win.
Go off then. Just go off then.
I'm trying, man.
I guess we
But
could
I keep passing the
mention
ball.
that League Grand Finals happened.
Oh, yeah.
literally,
That was interesting for her.
What was that? 20 hours ago? 21 hours ago? Yeah, they ended like 18 hours ago. and it was not close.
It was not close at all, bro. It was an absolute they walked over them, bro. It
Last
was
year's
not funny.
finals were super entertaining to watch. This year's finals, it was fun to watch, but it wasn't close, which made it not as fun.
Yeah.
Like, last year was close, it was hype, it was great to watch. This year, I was really happy because the team I wanted to win won. Actually, the past 2 years, the team I've voted on winning won. But, you know, it was a blowout. It was 3-0. It just wasn't. T1 just pummeled Weibo.
You won? Oh shit.
Yeah, T1 pummeled Weibo. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to share this with you, Andrew, because this is just cool to me. So League does a thing called pick'ems, right?
Hold up.
Yeah. So I wasn't paying much attention for play-ins. I just chose 2 groups that I was like, yeah, these 2 might make it. Swiss. I thought T1 would kind of destroy. I was right on a lot of the teams that made it out of Swiss, as you can see. I got these 2 teams wrong. I should have voted on I should have voted on Weibo, and I should have voted on NRG, but you know, it all worked out. Quarters I got half right, because I thought Gen G would win, and I wanted NRG to win. I wanted NRG to beat Weibo. Semis,
They didn't.
Weibo won again, but I was like, yes, T1. Finals, T1 won. Yeah. As you can see here,
90.8% picked.
As you can see here, I had 95 points, which puts me just barely out of the top 20% if I had gotten 3 more points. But now we're going to get to the fun things. The crystal ball. So, look at how many of these I got right here. So, the first few things in the crystal ball are guessing how many reverse sweeps there will be at Worlds, what will the duration of the longest single game at Worlds be, how many pentakills will be at Worlds, what Drake will be killed the most, which is complete RNG, and then how many Baron steals.
Well, you got a lot of things right.
Of the 5 right here, and one of the ones
Wait,
that I got wrong was the RNG.
The Cloud one right.
No,
Wait,
no, no.
I thought you got the Cloud one right.
I think it was Infernal, then Cloud. I think I was off by like... I literally chose the second most killed Drake. Here's the champions. So, I thought Lee Sin would be a little bit more common, because pro players love to pick Lee Sin. He was not picked that much. It was... so many characters were picked in 2 different roles. Not a single champ was picked in 3 roles. I thought Lee Sin had a chance to be played top jungle mid. It was just Yone, Cassante, Gragas, Maokai, like all of them were just picked in 2 different roles. I thought Renekton would be picked a lot because I didn't think he got nerfed enough to warrant not getting picked, but Kai'Sa was picked the most. I thought Rumble would be banned more. People were more scared of Nico. But I was pretty close.
I mean,
Rumble...
I can see Nico. Why Nico would?
Yeah, I just know when Rumble is broken in pro play, he is perma-picked and perma-banned. So I just was like, okay, this is a safe bet. I also got Rel here, as you can see, which I'm very happy about. Rel's good as both a jungler and as a support, and she's not broken. She's very strong and good at what she does, but she's not broken in the sense that you want to spend a slot banning her usually. So I was like,
yeah, like there's better bans.
Yeah, she's an engaged tank, so she's going to die a lot, and she's not getting permabanned, so she will get picked a lot. And then I was just like, okay, what's a champ that I know is strong going into Worlds, but probably isn't going to be picked a lot? Syndra. Yone was the pick here because Syndra actually got a lot more play. But actually, now I'm curious, what was Yone's win rate at Worlds? Because I think it was
I'm
pretty
assuming
high.
higher, right? Based on
Yeah, yeah.
what is it?
So we're just gonna look at the world's main event. And we're gonna look at not wins, but win rate.
And then go to this. Oh,
He
yeah,
won
I'd say that's
5
pretty
out of
high.
6 games that he was picked. Yeah, that's actually insane.
I'd say that's pretty high.
That is very good. Yeah. Renata? Wait, okay, no. This is more ridiculous. Renata was picked 17 times and had 3 losses.
Yeah,
That's
Renata
actually more ridiculous.
I think Renata was in 2 out of the 3 of the finals games too.
Yeah. The funnier thing
And
about
Renata,
the Renata pick too, is I looked at I looked at her patch history to see like why she was getting picked a lot during Worlds, because I was like, okay, I don't remember her I don't know if there's anything that would cause her to get picked more in Pro Play. I want to find out. She did not get a single buff going into Worlds. She just started getting picked more.
Yeah, like
I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I just realized. Even though the crystal ball things are here, they have not yet been registered. Because all of the crystal ball things are worth like 50 points. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 300 points from crystal ball. Hold on.
crystal ball was that.
These are all the guesses before the tournament even starts. I got 330 points from that. During the tournament, I got 95 points. So we will see what that ends up being after they start to send those scores out. But I think I did a pretty good job guessing, predicting stuff before Worlds, basically. I think I did a similar thing last year, where I was able to guess which character... I think I guessed which character would be banned the most during Worlds, and which character would have the most deaths last year, too. Data. It's fun.
Oh, wait, Rocket League could be cool like that right now. I know we're halfway through the off season, longest off season we've had since like COVID.
Hey, Overwatch is in a permanent off season now.
Permanent off season is insane.
Yeah, Overwatch League is dead. Which, sad for all the people that had jobs there, but Blizzard, Active Blizzard did not handle it well. they ran it into the ground.
They were like, what if we just don't? And then they didn't. And then now we have this.
Season 2 of the Overwatch League was probably the best we had it, which was also when I started watching Overwatch, because that was when I also started playing. A lot of people stopped watching during that time because the meta was goats. I don't know if I need to go over that. I probably have at some point. I almost definitely have. It was just
Probably
3 tanks, 3 supports, no damage. So it was really boring for people to watch because there was nothing flashy other than ults being thrown at each other, or Zen getting headshots, or, oh, look at this crazy clutch shield bash. Like, that's not hype. That's not as hype as clicking heads repeatedly. That's not as hype as, like, Genji getting a 5k blade or a 6k blade. No, it's just, oh.
I still don't understand a lot of those Overwatch terms, but at least I know what that one is.
Clicking heads?
No, it's 6k and 5k.
5 kills, 6 kills. A 5k blade is a dragon blade that got 5
kill
kills.
Everyone on the other team.
Yeah.
So essentially it's an ace.
Though at the time there were 6 players on each team, so it was like 1 short, but anyway. Season 2 of the Overwatch League had, if, granted it was, you had to pay a little bit extra money, but if you did that, you could watch player cams, you could hear their comms, you could get an aerial view rather than just getting the main view. Yeah. If you just paid
That's so
a little bit more money, you could C player cams, get individual player POVs, insider comms, aerial perspectives. Just you had a lot more at your disposal, and then immediately after that, I think season 3, they signed a contract with YouTube and took it off of Twitch onto YouTube, and everything went to shit.
That's so stupid.
Yeah,
Bro. I guess that's one thing League does is right usually is esports.
Riot is very connected with esports because their games are made to be esports.
Yeah.
League and Valorant are made to be okay, I burped, so I just said they were made to be
competitive.
Yeah. Those games were made to be competitive. Overwatch, while it is extremely competitive now, on release it wasn't. It was a goofy game. Like, there was no hero limit, there was no role limit. You could pick 5, or at the time, you could pick 6 Torbjorns and just run it. you could just run with that. You could pick
That's
6.
Real.
You could pick 6 Lucios, and you could just run with that. There were metacomps during that time, but it's really funny because the meta when there was no hero limit and no role limit was 2 Winstons, 2 Tracers, and 2 Lucios. Just 2 wall riding 2 wall riding characters, or 2 supports that wall ride, 2 supports that are Winton Overwatt, and 2 Tracers just running around.
Now that's esports ready.
Yup. Yeah. So basically, Overwatch esport was good. They ruined it. Now it's gonna go back to being grassroots, which is to say, like, contenders. And contenders is pretty good. They don't have the same production quality, but that makes sense. They aren't getting millions of dollars dumped into them. They're just doing it because they want to, and it's fun. So.
I see.
Yeah.
But what is it? I'm scrolling up right now in the planning stuff. I'm looking back to the October 2nd messages by William. When did we talk about this stuff? I don't even remember.
What stuff? Oh God,
October
forgive us one?
2nd of 20. No, the October 22nd, 2022.
In topics?
Yeah, no, in planning stuff.
October
I don't even
22nd,
remember that.
2022.
Planning stuff. October
22nd, 2022. Wait, when? What messages do we have from October 22nd?
No, October 2nd,
Oh,
2022.
I'm dumb.
Oh.
October 2nd.
Oh,
Like, what? How did that come up?
Yeah,
like,
actually,
what?
how did that
I
come
think
up?
we were talking about it. I don't remember what it was.
I wouldn't think so, but
I was talking about it, obviously.
oh, bruh.
And then I scroll up a little more, and it's just memes that will make you a pro gamer, and it's just, yes, this screen is directly in front of my face. I can game.
And then I go all the way down. Oh, dude, it's the big slime.
It's the big slime.
I'm gonna give that a duck reaction.
And this is so real. I will
This is
also give
very
it the
duck
duck
of you.
reaction.
That's what we like to see.
Okay, hold on. My stomach isn't feeling great. I'm gonna let you two talk for like 2 minutes. I don't know what's happening.
All right. So William, what plans do you have for next year?
Next year? Ooh, you're thinking really far ahead.
What do you mean really far ahead, my guy? You gotta be planning.
Nah. Planning is for people who don't do things like I do. But I don't really know.
What do you mean you don't really know?
I don't really know.
Are you gonna apply to like schools or something?
I don't think so, because my family's moving in like year and a half, 2 years.
Oh, really? To where?
Yeah, to NorCal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like they're leaving. So
Hmm.
my plan is to stick with them until they're good, right? And then of course I'm gonna do my own things, but it's like I plan to just like you know just be with them all the time goes. Time flies
I
by
see.
when you're having fun. So hopefully I can just, of course I'll figure stuff out for myself, but I don't know. The plan is to just be with them as long as I can.
Alright, I'm back. I think I just needed to bathroom quickly, so
Mm-hmm.
the piss has done.
See.
Be like that.
Well, so Will, why don't you just like go to a college, like like just
I don't really
then you don't have to worry about moving.
because I don't like the
Hmm.
atmosphere.
I see.
I could honestly care less about school. A lot of the things I've like been kind of understanding recently is that because I have a little more free time than others. Is
A little more, just a little
little
more,
bit
perhaps.
more,
Yeah,
a little
a
bit more
little more.
is because I get to try to understand life, right? So
Hmm.
what I've come to the understanding is that a lot of the big rich people even didn't necessarily make it through college, and of course that's their story or university or whatever it is for them, and that's of course their story. But for me, it's like I don't think I'd be good in that setting. Of course, I think I'm a great like I'm kind of great by myself. Like I don't really care too much for the social aspect either of college either.
Hmm.
Like it'd
I
be
see.
nice to have a degree, but like it's not gonna make or break what I do in my life. Unless it's a job that I realize I really want, then I go out and go get it. Because then I have something to work towards. But since it's like to me, I feel like I'm old and decaying, but apparently I'm a really young person.
Hmm.
So I have, as people say, a lot of life ahead of me. So I'm gonna try and take it one step at a time, which is why looking a year ahead is crazy to me.
I
Because
see.
as people say, is day one or what's it? How do they say it? Day one or one day?
I don't know if I've ever heard that phrase before.
Yeah.
It's
Same.
been popping up a lot recently.
Huh.
Uh, one day, one
Or
day or
day
day
one.
one, meaning that you are delaying your goals and your dreams, and day one that you are already working on something. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So it's just you deciding whether or not you're putting off what you want to do, or you're already trying to do something. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here's my little bit of input on college, because I'll be honest, I don't do a lot of social things. I'm like, there are people on my floor who are always in the lounge, always doing work in the lounge, talking in the lounge. Just they do everything there, and it's a very collective space, and people are just hanging out there all the time. I'm not in that group at all. I typically go to class, go to my room, and then
Hmm.
like I will interact with
Yeah, that's like
people.
me though. TBH
I will
too
interact
right
with
now.
people like for clubs. So for me, that's Ultimate Frisbee and Overwatch. Like that.
Overwatch.
That's when I interact with
Oh,
people.
D&D, right? Do you do
Mm-hmm.
D&D too,
I
right?
do D&D, but that's
That's
not
just
like
your
a
own
school
time.
thing. That's not a school thing. That's something that I've been
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
doing with friends for 2 years now. Like this
I
is a
got
D and
it.
D campaign that has been going on for 2 years. So
Dang,
Like,
2 years.
yeah, I'm also playing a class, like a homebrew class. It's called Soul Knight, and it's basically just a drain tank It's really fun. All right, I like it a lot. But
Good.
like I don't do a lot of the social aspect either, but like I am aware that the main reasons behind going to college is to um, just learn skills both socially and to like you learn how to better connect with people. You learn how to just do things relating to your major, but you also learn more about yourself in terms of what you're actually interested in. So, like, gen eds, yeah, they can be kind of annoying because I know for a fact that I don't want to go into communications. But taking a class on speech is fun because it's just a fun class. It's a class where I just get to talk. It's not something that I'm going to go into as a job, probably, but it was fun, and I enjoyed meeting people in that class. So, just kind of stuff like that, I guess, where it's just, yeah, this isn't relating to my major that much, but it's fun. And, it, like, going to college, you'll get the most out of it by trying to do things, which I am terrible at, so I'm not going to get the most out of college. I already know this. But, like, if you want to learn things, just if you are excited to learn, whether it be take classes to learn things or to just be around other people to learn things, going to college is a good idea. If you are going to college to get a degree, you are not getting the most out of college that you can. Does it really matter? Probably not, because ultimately our current education system is set up in such a way where the end goal of education is to make sure that you are a efficient worker for the workforce. But that's neither here nor there. Just going to college just to get a degree, that's not really the best use of your time, nor is it the most fun use of your time. It's more fun if you actually get something out of it and enjoy it for what it is, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So if you just don't have the desire to learn, that makes sense as to why you wouldn't want to go to college, because you just don't want to. And that's totally fine.
It's not even that. Yeah, it's not even that. It's just not a goal of mine.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine and understandable too.
Yeah, it's just I don't know how to put it into words. It's just that the best way I can put it is that for me, education is just learning things, and the next part of the education is the college step, right? Or university, whatever you want to call it, which is the hardest and most common place to drop out of. Most common. And even if I went to, like, let's say PCC, or like, let's say if I went to a big college or university like Duke, I feel like I'm wasting my time because it's just something to do. Like, I'm at the headspace where it just be something to do, and I'm not getting anything from it, right?
I see. Like, it's just not like something you really like are interested in doing in your life, type of thing.
Like, I'm sure, because college can always wait. School can always wait. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, like you can go like to community, whatever.
Like my aunt, went, I think it was back to college at like 30 or 40 something, and got her degree then. Like, it's not going anywhere. So if that's
like
just
there's like
something
an old like there's like
put on
40-year-old people who are like in my classes,
Exactly.
Which is odd because some of them drive like really nice cars, which I find funny personally. But it's like why exactly are you here yet? Like you're pulling up in the BMW X6 and like
Maybe it's just an undergraduate, or like adding to his, like, a different route. He's made a lot of money this way, but he's trying to expand that way, something like that, maybe.
Well, yeah, but like when they're like 40 something, it's kind of like, interesting, like interesting time for a career switch, But yeah, like, but that just proves like, you can get a basic degree anywhere. At any point.
Exactly. Which is why I'm not worried about it. And plus, as I said already, I could care less about the social aspect of it. If I make new friends, great, awesome, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
I just see like pictures of like everyone else just like they're it's hanging out in their dorms, just like that seems like fun. That seems cool.
Hmm.
But it's like I have a
Yeah,
little
I guess a lot
goal of
of
my
it is
own.
like it's a big roommate thing too.
Yeah. So if
Daniel,
like
do
I
you
have
intend on? Oh,
I
yeah,
got
keep going. You keep going.
I don't I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
My bad, my bad.
Oh good, oh good.
It's too easy.
Daniel, you intend on doing any transferring, or you probably gonna stay where
Um,
you at?
I don't know if I'm gonna stay for my entire time there.
Hmm.
Um, I think my current goal, because there have been some things happening when it comes to the management there, like for the past few management cycles or whatever.
Yeah.
They've done a really awesome thing where they just weren't allocating funds properly, so it's finally caught up with them,
Interesting.
and it's great.
Hmm.
So now the teachers
That
are
sounds like a
suffering.
serious issue, though, Daniel. I'm gonna
So
be honest
so
with
now
you.
that and now the teachers are suffering because of it, which is awesome. Because let's just say they
How's that
have
awesome?
let's just say that they have a basketball coach that gets
Okay.
paid 500,000 a year, and the average teacher there gets paid 50,000 a year.
Okay.
Do with that knowledge what you will.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sports heavy.
Uh, they aren't
Your
even a
school is
college known for
sports
their
heavy,
sports.
Daniel?
No, that's just college.
Oh.
Every college has a sports program in order to
Mhm.
try to get some students to apply there, because they get some money off of that. And then if they get any that go there, uh, uh, college sports are so weird because they almost always get it's almost always a money sink. They don't ever make enough from it to like
Well, for athletics,
yes.
Yeah.
I think in general though, like some of the, a lot, at least the bigger schools do make a ton of money from it.
Yes,
Like-
but it's not enough to make a ton of money from it. You need to be profiting off of it. And most schools don't profit off of it because they spend so much more. Again, 500,000 for a single basketball coach. They spend 14 million a year and make 1 million a year.
Yikes.
It's pretty bad. Not to knock school sports, they're important, but it just
They're not. I don't think they're multi tens of millions of dollars worth it though.
yeah.
They're definitely millions of dollars worth it, but not tens of millions.
Yeah.
But it's also that's just what the tag on the school is for sports. Like if you go to D, I don't even know if D4 exists, but like let's say you go to a D3, D2 school, I think the scouting doesn't look as low, or like you have to be really good at D2 for like scouting for pro stuff, like let's say basketball.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but like let's say you're a D2, like you're just a bench player on D2, the scouts probably look right over you compared to a bench player on D1.
Yeah. I know what you mean. That's the whole athletics thing is quite the system.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess, to answer your question of am I planning on transferring? As of right now, no. I'm fairly content to just sit back, attend the classes that I need to, and write it out. But the main reason for that is the school that I'm going to does have the ability to study abroad, and it is possible to study abroad for a semester using basically just your tuition money. So whatever tuition you would spend for that semester, you can instead spend to have, for me, it would be spending my tuition to, instead of studying there, to study in any other country, or, even across the US. So that's the main reason why I'm going there. It's because it was affordable. It got me out of the house. So, you know, I got to be away from parents for a while, and it's great to be back. I love them. It's been great to be out, and it's great to be back. So that's nice.
Yeah.
But the ability to study abroad is so nice that I'm going to want to take advantage of that before I think of transferring.
Like a junior, like senior year type beat.
Yeah, it would probably be because this semester I just kind of took classes, tried to get used to where I was, etc. Next semester I'm probably gonna really start to look into studying abroad, so that way I can potentially study abroad second or third semesters, sophomore, first or second semester my sophomore year, and transfer out to probably like a UC, because it would be nice to be closer to home, but I don't have any dreams or aspirations of attending like Cornell or Carnegie Mellon or whatever. I just
I see.
I don't really care about the name of the school. I just care about getting a good education and enjoying my time there. And
I see what you mean.
if I enjoy my time here, then I'm gonna stay there. If I think I'd have a better time transferring out to somewhere else, then I might end up doing that. But first and foremost, I want to take advantage of the thing that I'm most excited to do, which is study abroad. So,
Where do you think you'd go?
Go for it.
I think you know the answer to that. You just want me to say place Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I know for computer science specifically, I could go to like Chile or Amsterdam. And both of those places would be pretty cool to go to. It would just be cool to leave the country for school, I think. So I don't really know if I care that much about where I end up. But if I could choose, it would probably be Place Japan. There you go.
That's fair.
I said it. I said it. You got the Place Japan out of me.
Well, I'm gonna say it as well. I've been on the Duolingo grind.
Eh?
This is my 22nd day in a row. I'm actually on the grind.
Yo.
And I've learned 30 hiragana characters.
Well, that's actually really cool. Yeah.
So I know how to say like rice and sushi.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
He's learning.
He's learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any place that you would like to study if you could study abroad, or just if you could go anywhere currently? Where would you try to go, Andrew?
Probably somewhere in Asia.
Yeah.
Which is probably expected. An expected answer.
Yeah, I mean, hey, both of us also said, you know,
Place
a place in
Japan.
Asia. So we literally both said Japan. I don't. God.
Alright.
I don't even know if I can say it. It's not even because of anime. That's, I think, the funniest and not funniest thing I can say, because I know there's the whole stereotype of the weeb anime watch wants to go to Japan.
The classic foreigner.
I have like wanted to go to Japan ever since I played Shogun Total War, which was when I was like 6 or 7 years old. So I had no idea what anime was. I knew what Pokemon was, so I knew technically, but it's also Pokemon. Like,
Exactly.
I think I knew of Pokemon and Studio Ghibli, because before you learn about anime, you learn about those two, because those are like the most Western. Those aren't even Westernized. They're the most.
It kind of was.
No, they're the most
Yeah.
publicly available in the West. They aren't Westernized. They're just more
And
available here.
Digimon and Beyblade as well.
I never watched those.
Oh, Beyblade. Yeah, I watched Beyblade.
What
That
about
was
Digimon, man?
art.
And trump card, what's the guy? Kiba. Not Kiba. My brain can't think of him right now.
No,
Blue Eyes White Dragon kid.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
You triggered my trap card and Exodia.
Yeah.
Perhaps another topic for another.
Oh, I mean, to answer your question, we have hit an hour. It's actually a little bit past an hour.
Interesting already. Yeah. Oh dang, it's 9:17,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah. No, we've been talking for a while. It's fun to be back, and I'm gonna be talking with. I'm probably gonna
Concern someone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking with Will tomorrow, and I'm gonna be
really?
gonna be talking with you, Andrew, tonight because I think we're gonna hop on League. So
yes, I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, but hey, it's been a fun episode. We didn't come in here with anything, but it all worked out. We
worked out.
Yeah.
Like it usually does.
Yeah, it's great. I think
It
the longer
always
we've
works.
gone, the less we care about coming into an episode with a topic, and we just kind of roll with it. So,
yep.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Neetwork Podcast, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Boy.
Bye.